payment holiday. Sir, the government needs to look at its figures.
Mr. Speaker.
I call John Hayes.
Mr. Speaker, that was a particularly interesting intervention from the member from the New Zealand First Party. Her leader was at most of the meetings of the Select Committee where issues around student loans have been discussed over the last 18 months, and not one of the ideas that she brought up and aired in the House this evening were ever expressed to the committee by her leader, who had ample opportunity to do so over the last 2 years. Quite astonishing, really. Mr. Speaker, as I listened to the debate in the House this evening, there is a disconnect between the views of those in the Labour Party, those in the Green Party and those in New Zealand First, and reality. The reality is this: we are not dealing here with the government's money, and that seems to underpin most of the comments I've heard tonight. We are dealing with money that has been taken out of taxpayer pockets. And I'm thinking of Lockie the calf feeder in Greytown, who pays $20, who gets paid $20 an hour for his work, starting at about 4 in the morning and going through the day. The money comes from his taxes. I think of Lindsay the builder, working on my own house at the moment, $20 a year, never had a rise in 6 years. That money has come out. That money has come out. That money has come out of his. He works for a contractor, and this money is coming out of their pockets. They're paying the taxes for people like you to grow your own education, and you come into this house and you haven't paid your loan back to those people. You still declare it on your pecuniary interest because it's better for you to have an interest-free loan than to pay the money back.
Point of order.
I wasn't aware you had a loan that you declared on your pecuniary interest.
Thank you. Yeah. I just caution the member to be very careful about what he's saying.
Well, I'm being quite straightforward about this. This money came out of taxpayer pockets. And the hypocrisy on this side of the House,
Order. Member, withdraw that comment. You cannot say that word in this House. Withdraw the comment.
I withdraw the comment.
John Hayes.
What I find is the disconnect, Mr. Speaker, and I cannot build an association between those people who, on the one hand, profess to help the downtrodden, take money out of their pocket, put it into their own pockets, take the loans, come in here at $140,000 or $150,000 a year and pay nothing back. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous, Mr. Speaker. Our interest-free student loan scheme is the most generous in the Western world, and we want to keep it that way. The student loan scheme represents a huge financial commitment by taxpayers, by ordinary people. This is not the government's money. This is community money that comes out of people's pockets. Now, we want to support students in tertiary education, but it's really important for students to take personal responsibility for repaying their loans, particularly when they're on a good salary. It should be done more quickly. Overseas borrowers are continuing to let the side down with slow repayments and high levels of loan defaults compared to those who stay in New Zealand pay off their loans. As the New Zealand First member pointed out, since 1992, 14% of students have not paid their loans after 21 years. I think that's unacceptable. While the government has made some progress with these overseas-based borrowers, it's time to up the ante. Left to my own devices, I would cancel their passports. I wouldn't renew them until the loans are being paid. This bill doesn't go that far, but it goes some way to encourage the money to be paid back, and we need that to happen to keep faith with ordinary taxpayers. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker.
I call Grant Robertson.
Mr. Speaker, I just want to make sure the people of New Zealand know John Hayes wants to cancel your passport. That's what he just said.